Thank you,
All right,
John. I
guys.
appreciate you doing this every Tuesday night like clockwork, sir. You don't miss a webinar. You don't miss a company webinar. You don't miss
Oh, no.
Warriors Power Hour. You are on every single one that we do. And that means a lot. But listen, it is the end of the week call. Welcome everybody. Glad to see you here. Glad to see your smiling faces. It is the end of the week call, and we'll go into what that means a little later. But I want to share something with everybody. Got to ask a couple of questions first. If you've noticed, I do believe. Let me double check because sometimes the chat spot. Let me see. I believe the chat spot is open to meeting group chat. I believe everybody can talk in there. Okay, so I want to ask a couple of questions because it's going to kind of lead into what I want to talk to you about tonight. If you're here and you're with Fund Saver Network, or if you're not with Fund Saver Network, or if you're a free person, or if you're a pro person, stick around because I have literally been asking people in the company their thought processes and things of that nature because there's something I am struggling with that I mentioned today. And I am definitely trying to work this out because I want to make it better for everybody. And I think I'm getting there. We had our power hour call today, which was super fantastic, by the way. It was a great power hour call today. And between at the end of that and the beginning of this, I have been racking my brain trying to get into my head something that I want to do for everybody that'll make it much, much easier for everybody here to do what? To build a business, to share with people and build a business. I can see you. The chat is open. If you're in Fund Saver Network for more than just shopping, meaning if you're in Fund Saver Network to share and earn an income, whatever that means to you, it could be $10 a month or it could be 10,000. I don't know. Can you put a one in the chat for me? I just want to make sure that I'm talking to the right people. Thank you so much for putting a one in the chat. Thank you. Okay, so have any of you been to these network marketing conventions that last an entire weekend? Have you guys ever been there before? Again, put a two in the chat if you've ever gone to one of those. If you've ever been to one of those, right? And you go into the convention arena, the room, right? The big room where everybody's sitting and people are walking on stage and they're talking to you, and you get all pumped up and you get all jazzed up and you're ready to go, man. You're ready to take over the world when you walk out. And then something happens when you walk out the door. Reality slaps you in the face. Something happens. You're like, oh no, what happened? I felt so great. Now it's kind of wearing off. So, something about those conventions that some of us know. You know, when you're sitting in that big room and you're everybody going across the stage, and some people are holding up big checks or whatever they're doing, right? Or they're giving their little speech to you about how they did it. They're not telling you everything. Most of us realize that that room is not where we get the information. Where we get the information is when we take breaks and when it's over for the day and we're all standing out in the hallway or we're in the restaurant or some people are in the bar, they're drinking or whatever. And you get around those leaders in these weird places and you start listening to them. That's where you get the facts at, y'all. That's where you get the gold bars, not the nuggets. You get the gold bars. That's where you hear everything that's happening. That's where people pay close attention. And it's funny, that's normally where people are asking questions. You know, it's the big room is the big room. That's the rah rah room. I call it the rah rah room because that's what it is. But when you get out of that room and you start seeing people that are building and the people that are promoting and the people that are sharing and you start listening to their stories, more times than not, it kind of hits you where that I can do. Because we understand not everybody can do Facebook Live or TikTok Live or whatever the case may be. Everything fits people differently, and that's just the way this thing works. That's just how it works for everybody. So yeah, the party after the party. That's right, Rory. It's the party after the party. So what I want to do, first of all, again, this is going to be one of those nights where audience participation is happily uh, happily given from me. I'm glad you can. But How many of you folks think that really bringing somebody to network for free should be very easy, right? I mean, it should be easy. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be thinking about if I'm am I saying the right thing, because when it's free, because we have a free lifetime membership, and when it's free, when it's time to bring somebody in for free, it should really not be that difficult. And you really shouldn't have an hour conversation. You do what you want. Really, you do what you want. If you want to have an hour conversation to bring somebody in for free, that is strictly up to you. Okay. Uh, I'm here, I love to answer questions with people. I love to talk to people. I love to just, I mean, there's so many things we've learned from the people here recently. Like, what do you do for a living? We'll try this one. Uh, I teach people how to spend $25 a month to get 100 back every month. Try that one. Just try crazy stuff. It's free. Have fun with it. Just say what's on your mind. Really, it's not it's not so robotic. I see things where people are like, I got to know exactly what to say. When they say this, I say it. That's just so robotic that'll never work because that's not normal conversations. So I've been not stressing, but I've been dealing with this for over a week. And I've been trying to figure out what it is. Because here's what I know. Do you realize it takes the same amount of work to bring someone in for free as it does to bring someone in as a pro member? It takes the same amount of work. I mean, you got to talk to people. And I have realized over the past 30 days that when people come in for free, there's no skin in the game. And I'm not telling you to stop free, but what I'm telling you is there has to be something that Ron Pruett can do to help each and every one of you. Because I know that people are going to continue to bring people in for free. And what I do know is this, because whether you know it or not, I'm not just sitting at my home doing nothing all day. I'm not that guy. I'm always reaching out to people. I'm always trying to reach out. I mean, I can go into the administration part and I can go find people and send them a text. Oh, do you have a minute to talk? And I'm reaching out to free people is what I'm doing. And let me tell you what I'm finding more than anything. I am literally finding free people, whatever the perception is, whether you told them or didn't tell them doesn't matter. But I'm literally finding free people when I start talking about what the business is and what FunSaver is. They're like, well, I didn't know all of that. Well, there's a reason because you never plug into anything, number one. You never plug into anything we do on Mondays or Tuesdays or Wednesdays. You just don't. And I've said it 1,000 times. The brightest light in the world will not shine unless it's plugged in. It just won't. It has no electricity behind it. Has nothing to make it shine. So, but I am finding this over and over and over and over about people going, I didn't know that part. I didn't know I get apps. I don't know these things. No, I didn't know I could make that kind of money. No, I didn't know I could make. It's just things they don't know. So I have been working and thinking and praying, what exactly can I do to make this more simple for everybody? Because I know what's going to happen is people are still going to bring people in for free. People are still going to not be able to explain everything to them because I don't want you to. I don't want you to be in that position where you're trying to explain everything to everybody. I just want you doing what's normal. Get excited about what FunSaver is and go, you need to be a part of FunSaver and just make them a part of FunSaver. That's it. So what I know about free is great, free is good, but $25 a month is better. And I want to make it where you can literally get $25 a month pro members because it's better for them also. In a pro member, they get more savings, they get the apps, they get more, even more value. And so I have something in my mind that I want to do. I don't know if I want to announce it tonight because I'm still working through it. But I want to do something where when you allow someone to come in for free, all the explanation, all the reasoning behind congratulatory for being a FunSaver member, here's what you get when it's free, but you haven't seen nothing yet. And I want to make this where they can go through and see exactly the difference between free, the difference between pro, what you get as a free member, what you get as a pro member, because almost every one of you, well, every one of you that I could see on camera, when I asked you, are you in this to make money? Every one of you held your hand up. Every one of you did that I can see. Every one of you nodded your head or held your hand up. So that tells me that most everybody, not everybody, but most everybody that we're talking to, they need to make a little extra money in today's world that we live in. They do. They would love to do something like that. So I want to do something that makes sense, because what I know is this: when a person's free and they have a little problem finding their email, or they have a problem understanding, there's just no skin in the game. And you're bringing them in for free and they're not engaging. They're not engaged. Look, we run data all the time. I'm finding there's a lot of members here, a lot of them. Some of them are buying things from the, but a lot of them are not. A lot of them have checked out. They're just the thing. There was nothing there. So what I know for a fact is this: when a person comes in for free, if they can't find their email, they're like, okay, whatever, it didn't cost me nothing. Or if they can't find their, if they find their email, don't know what it means, whatever, it doesn't cost me nothing. So it has to be engagement. Um, it has to be something that has to happen for you. Kind of like fully automated systems. If you buy a McDonald's, you're not going to go in there and set it so you want to. You're not. They're going to have everything automated, the shake machine, well, except flipping the burgers and stuff, but most of it's automated. And your store is going to be like the other person's store that's successful, like the other person's store that's successful. They're all exactly. What's the difference? What's the difference in those stores? Because they're all exactly the same. One make more money than the other. I know what you're going to say. It's location, Ron. They have a better location than we do. And that's true. When it comes to a physical business, that is absolutely 100% true, location. But when it comes to our business, we have to have that part that's not location, but that part about sharing. Because the more people that hear, the more people are here. That's just how this business works. I can't change that, but that's how it works. So, how can I do something that makes it better for each and every one of you and each every one of your teammates, where you don't have to worry about explaining everything to everybody? All you do is what we want you to do. You're excited about FunSaver. You're excited about your story. You've lost some weight. You've got healthier. You've got some skincare stuff you're using that's making a difference. You're using apps and saving a ton of money, whatever that may be, because it's all here at FunSaver. And quite frankly, it's hard to explain FunSaver. There's so many things here. There's absolutely so much stuff here. So it's kind of hard, you know? And when you try to all that stuff, what happens is, as a person, you can see that glazing eyes when it starts happening. Like, you lost me a long time ago. I don't even know what to think about anymore. So I'm going to put something together, and I'll give you a 10,000 foot view. It's not fully registered yet, but I'll give you a 10,000 foot view of what it is. What would you, ladies and gentlemen, think is when a free person signs up, they get the very first email is not the one that you know it to be today. The very first email would be a congratulatory email on their smart decision of becoming part of FunSaver Network. And down below is a link for the rest of your information. And they click this link and it takes them to a web page that I build for FunSaver Network. Okay. And there's 3 videos on there. 1, 2, 3. Now, don't quote me on all this. It's just right here. It's right now. It's right here. They click the very first video and it welcomes them and it tells them about being a free member, and it tells them, congratulations, you made a smart decision, but you haven't seen nothing yet. Don't forget that when you go through this, you got to go find your second email. And the second email is exactly what you know the first email to be today, the steps that you have to go. Okay. But we want them to go through these videos, because the very first video is going to be all about being a free member. And they can be a free member forever. But if you have an inclination about saving more money and getting more discounts and getting apps and building a business, I would suggest click video number 2. Who knows that curiosity killed the cat? Who knows that? So if we end it with, if you want to know exactly what pro members are getting, which is much more than what you're getting as a free member, just watch video number 2. Now they go to video number 2, and video number 2 tells them exactly what pro member means, exactly what it costs, exactly what you get as a pro member versus what you get as a free member. And it also shows them how to go find their back office to go upgrade for $25. It goes through it. And then at the end of all that, say, now, if you really want to understand how you get paid as a pro member, if you want to go share and build a team, click on video number 3. Now, video number 3 is going to go through what? The business side of it. The business side of it, how the compensation plan works, all the way through T's crossed, I's dotted. And it's going to give them a friendly reminder of when our Zooms are. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All of this information is there on one page. All of it. Every bit of it. So you don't have to do what? Tell them everything that's in the videos. What you know is this. When you sign up a free member, they are going to see that page. They're going to see it. So you don't have to worry about it. Wouldn't it be great that if you're bringing in free members and they go through that page and they're going, well, I didn't know all of this. I got to be a pro member. They tell me exactly how to do it. I just go here, click here, do that, done. I'm not saying it's going to work on everybody, but I run across so many people that goes, well, I didn't know that. I didn't know we had that. I didn't know what that was. And it's just the nature of the beast because we have so much and we're bringing more. We're literally bringing more. So, and I want to do this because it is human nature, not to, for most people, not all, for not to want to talk about network marketing or multi-level marketing because you know the minute you do, you get this. You just know. You get that, no, that's icky. And a lot of people, it's easier to bring in a free person than it is to talk about a business because people are like, no, thanks. And it's okay. If you bring them in as a free person, these videos will absolutely make them feel relaxed. It's about education. It's about telling them what is available. It's up to them to make the choice. They don't have to. They can remain a free member forever. And it'll tell them that. It'll tell them that. But they need to understand the difference between the two, where they can have a fully educated mind on the decision that they're making. But let's say hypothetically they make to stay free. That's okay. What if we make sure and send an email 90 days from now that has that video, those 3 videos in it again, and they see it again? They're like, oh, hold on. Because there's a lot of people that I've called in this company, even people that I've talked to, that the first go around was like, I'm not a shopper. I don't see nothing in there that I like. When y'all going to get this stuff in there? Oh, I've heard it all. Heard everything. But I don't know what it is about FunSaver, but FunSaver is looked at as a shopping store. And we are a shopping store. It just so happens that we have a miraculous business attached to it for $25 a month. We truly, truly do. And I kind of think that part is not brought up to the level as the 70 to 90% off, the apps that save you. These are great things, y'all. Everything we have is fantastic. But I do know that there's so much at FunSaver that it's just hard to keep straight. I mean, I've even found myself talking to people about it, and I can just see them. All of a sudden, they get that deer in the headlights look because I got too much information. I've got too much. So I think it's best that if we could build a page like this and they could absorb it on their own. Let them absorb it on their own. Now, it would be your job to go, still, you got to find that first email. All of your information's in there. There's a link that takes you to all the information. Or better yet, you can do something like, you'll have the link. Everybody will have it. I'm going to send you a link. I need you to take a look at this page. But most people, they will or they won't. So I just think that would be a great thing that we could absolutely do if we wanted to get it in front of everybody. So the chat box is open. I would have, if you guys have any kind of things you want to say, please do. If you do those videos, I'm sure there's a way to view them and can't go through. That's true, but I don't want to do that. Um, that's a great thing you're saying, but I don't want to lock somebody up like a training course where you can't watch the second one until you watch the first one. I just want them to run all over the place because you never know. You might get a person like Clyde George that goes, uh, hold on. They said page 3, the video 3 is about making the money. I'm going there. Let them do what they want to do. Let them cruise where they want to cruise. They might watch the second video 2 or 3 times before they ever go anywhere else. Because I know that if we get them in front of them and they start looking at them, they're going to be like, this is interesting. Especially people that's ever been in this industry before. Because when I get people in the industry to slow down long enough to really hear what we are and who we are, then they start going, I didn't realize all that. I didn't. Because here's why. It's just another one of those things until they realize it's not another one of those things. Does that make any sense? I hope that makes sense. I mean, I hope it does. So today we talked about a lot of that. We talked about free versus paid. We talked about things like that. And I just want to do my absolute best to let all of your members, let all of you free members see exactly what FunSaver is. And that's kind of like step 1, step 2, step 3. And it's just a decision-making process. That's all it is. Just because they might watch the videos today and you never know what's going on in their house. They might have kids come home from school, they got to get dinner ready, all this kind of stuff. You never know. And then tomorrow they're going, I want to go watch those videos again because now I got some calm time, or I want to watch them tonight, whatever. You never know. And they might just upgrade to $25, and all of a sudden you get this thing that says so and so is a $25 member. So this is something I don't know how long it's going to take because we're in the process of getting this other thing done for everybody. But I'm already started working on it, on putting this videos together. And so how do you guys feel about um, that? You can unmute yourself. It's fine.
Ron, we had discussed this a while ago, and I think this is a good time to say it. When we talk about free and when we talk about membership and when we
Hold on, you
talk
gotta
about
get closer to the mic. Closer.
oh, how about, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, I'll speak up a little bit. When we talk about free and when we talk about memberships and we talk about videos, is one thing that you said, people have to watch videos over and over, and they don't need to go step by step because some people may stay on video number 1 for a while. The reason I believe that people do this is because there's fear in everything. There's fear in free, there's fear in the videos, there's fear in memberships. The I had said, and I didn't say it today on the call, but I told Ryan, we said it in our team. But fear travels faster than facts.
Mm-hmm.
And I can give you an example. We had a gentleman that signed up, what was it, a couple of weeks ago? He's been looking at this company for months, months. And I told Ron, I said, I know this guy. And he showed up, and after he got it, he started putting people in, and he's big time on YouTube. So it's a fear. It's like something's got to be wrong with this. People would dig and dig and dig and dig to find a problem. And when they don't find that problem, when the fear is gone and they got the facts, that's when they move forward. So
Mm-hmm.
fear travels faster than facts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree 100%. 100%. So I want to put something like that together. I'm going to end up doing it. I've already started writing scripts and doing those kind of things like that. And then we'll get a page together and we'll do it. And I'll be so happy to show it to all when we do a webinar. So we can just go through the videos together and you guys can check it out. So I want to move to the next thing, which is the end of the week call. So we're at the end of the week. And for those of you that are new or haven't been here in a minute, again, welcome back. Um, the end of the week is very simple. It's kind of like a job. You know, if you're like when I used to do construction all the time, it was weekly. We get work this week, get paid the next week. That's just how it works. We didn't get paid on the 15th and the 30th. That's 2 weeks, whatever. But our week runs from Wednesday to Tuesday, 7 days. And at the end of Tuesday, just consider it time goes in. Midnight Tuesday on Pacific time. But what does that mean to people that's in this business? What it means to people in this business is we have this thing called a power line, and all I want you to think of is a vertical line. That's the power line. It's just vertical. The vertical line, straight up and down. And at 12:01 tonight Pacific time, rolling into Wednesday morning, the new week starts. And everybody that comes in for the next 7 days goes in the power line. It doesn't matter if you pay the 25 or don't pay the 25. Everybody goes in that power line, and everybody goes in accordingly on date and timestamp. If I came in right now, I would go in the power line. If Jim came in 5 minutes later, he would go in the power line, but it would be after me because everything is date and timestamp. So, and this happens for 7 days. Okay. And then at midnight tonight, which is the seventh day, and I keep saying Pacific time because it's midnight Pacific time. What happens is the computer, the system, the programming goes through that power line and it looks for everybody that's paid their $25. And everybody that's paid their $25 to be a pro member, it takes them from the power line and it moves them over to the matrix. You go directly in the matrix. And everybody has their own matrix. Matrix, everybody has their own. It goes 3 wide and 10 deep. And if it's somebody in your group, it goes in your matrix. If there's somebody in your group that's building, it goes in their matrix, but that's your matrix as well. If you brought in somebody building. And that's how that works. So let's say that you're a free person in the power line, right? And then you go, well, I'm not going to pay. That's okay. You don't have to. But anybody that could have possibly been in your matrix from people in that power line that paid their $25, if you don't pay and they do pay, they're going to the matrix and you're not. You're staying in the power line. Now, I can't guarantee you that any of those people would have been in your matrix. I can't. It's impossible for me to say that. But here's what I can guarantee. If you're a free member and you're bringing in other free members personally, yourself, and everybody's in that power line, the people that you brought in personally by yourself, that's connected to you, if you don't pay your 25 and they do pay their 25, I can guarantee you that you will never pick them people back up in the matrix again. They moved, didn't. You won't lose them in any other parts of our compensation plan. Only that one thing. Only that one simple thing. I wish we could. Cindy, that's a great question. I wish we could see the matrix and where we are as members. Okay. So when you go and look at your matrix, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to ask a question for you. Where are you, Cindy? Where can I find you? I don't see Drew, Mike. There you are, Cindy and Clark. Okay. So I understand you would love to see people that are above you, or you would love to see the entire matrix of the company. Well, first of all, that's not ethical. We're not going to allow you to see people above you in their business and who's in their business. The ethical part is you need to watch your matrix. If you happen to get spillover from up above, that's fantastic. You're going to see it. But everybody has their own matrix. It starts with you. And when you go into your back office, you can look at that matrix view or genealogy view, and you can see it. And if there's anybody down below you inside your matrix and you didn't put them there, that would be spillover. You got spillover. Now, I can't guarantee that. What I can guarantee, though, is this. Every free person that you bring in, as long as you make sure they're plugged into everything we're doing, like yesterday we had the CEO call, we had the power hour, we're having this, and tomorrow we're having the Wednesday. You're very welcome, Cindy. You're very welcome. Tomorrow we're having the Wellness Wednesday. So those things, you know, it is impossible for people to get engaged and do things if they're not followed up with after being a free member and being told about the webinars. We send out emails, yes, we do. And we send out an email for what they should be doing as a free member, and some of them don't ever find it. It goes to their spam. So that they're not seeing the emails that we send for the webinar as well. So we got to make sure that they're plugged in. If you're truly wanting to build a business, whatever sizes makes you happy, small, medium, large, whatever. If you're truly wanting to do that, must make sure our people show up for everything that we're doing. They have to plug in. So, and I'll kind of go over that with you. So right now, what we're doing is when we bring in a person, a free person, most of us, not all, but most of us are going, now you just came in, congratulations. You have to make sure you find the email, right? I mean, that's what we tell people to do. You have to find the very first email. It gives you step by step what you need to do right now. Right now, you need to do this. And then where do we go from there? I mean, that kind of just leaves you right there. So I want to go over something that if you feel like you want to try it, be my guest. If you don't, it's perfectly fine. You can do whatever you want. It's totally voluntary business. So as I'm thinking today, I'm thinking, what could be different? What could absolutely be different that would give you more of a chance to win? Give everybody more of a chance to win. So here's what I want to talk about. And I made this announcement today. I'm going to show you how to bring in a free person and do your absolute best with it and do the $25. That's what I started today. When I got off, I'm going, I'm going to build this page. That'll make it even better. But what if I was talking to Jane, Sister Golden Hair, and I told her, I said, Jane, just go be a free lifetime member. I'm not going to get into a big thing, just a little bit. Just go be a free lifetime. And when you're signed up, and I see that because we get a notification that Jane just became a free member for me. And then I can go into my back office or dashboard, whatever you call it, and she'll be the top one on personally enrolled. And I can click that blue silhouette by her name and I can get her phone number. So as I'm talking to Jane, I can go, Jane, just go become a free member. And when I see you're a free member, I'll reach out to you and get you all the other information. Now, I didn't say exactly. I'll get you all the other information. Okay. So she signs up, she becomes free, and I see the phone number. I'm going to text her. I'm going to go, Jane, it's Ron. Even if I don't know her, I'm going to text her. Jane, it's Ron. Like Bobby goes live. She has people sign up. She don't know who they are, but she could literally say on live, now listen, when you get in there and you get your free lifetime membership, I'm going to see you when you land. I'm going to reach out to you and give you all the other information. That's all you got to say. And then she gets their phone number. She does this anyway, but now she can text them and go, hey, congratulations on your decision on becoming a free member with FundSaver Network. Okay. But I have a question. This is it. I have a question. Did you join FundSaver Network to start a business or just to shop? Ask that question. 9 times out of 10, you'll hear, I can start a business? Oh, yeah. Yeah. But maybe now it's different because I'm looking at that first email with videos. But this is where I was today. FundSaver because you want to shop and get discounts or you want to start a business. I don't do the third one or do both. Because if I do both, I'm kind of stuck again. Make a choice. Start a business or you could do this one. It's real simple. Did you join FundSaver to start a business or not start a business? You could do it that way. They're going to make a choice. And 95% of the time, they're going, well, I want to make some extra money. You could say, not start a business, make some extra money. I want to make some extra money. Okay. When they say they want to make some extra money, your immediate reaction should be, great. You couldn't have found a better place to do it than FundSaver Network. But let me ask you something. How much extra money do you want to make? I've got to get this person's mind really thinking about, they told me they want to make extra money. How much extra you want to make? $100 a month? Well, just let them tell you. Let them tell you and go, okay, listen. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road because we all know this for a fact. If you're having a conversation and you just go, look, what does it cost to get your freedom? How much does it take to get the freedom that you're asking for? What kind of number is that per month? They'll tell you. They'll tell you. And then you can just go, well, look, I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't want to be any other way. If you want that freedom that you say that you want, that you're telling how much you got to have, there's only one way I know how to do it. And the first step is you got to be a $25 pro member. That's the first step. All this other stuff don't, learning the compensation plan, learning how to share, learning what you say and what you don't, that means nothing until they're a $25 pro member. And you got to be honest. If you want the freedom you're speaking you want and you want to get to where you want to go and you want to spend time with your kids and you want to be home more, or you just hate your job, you hate getting up every morning and fighting the traffic going there and coming home, or you're a mom that hates dropping your kid off at their nursery every single day and letting somebody else take care of them while you're working, if you're that person and you really want to change it, there's only one thing you have to do the very first step. You have to be a $25 pro member. You have to invest in yourself. Once you get that done, we'll move to step number 2. Okay. So how did all this happen? Well, I didn't get into the whole thing about the apps and this and that. You can get into it a little bit and go, just become a free member. When I see you're a free member, I'll reach out to you, give you all the other info. Okay. And then I'm going to text you, Bobby, congratulations on being a free member. Did you come to FundSaver to make some extra money or not make extra money? I want to make some extra money. Is there any time that you and I can talk? Because if you really want extra money, I got to speak with you. I got to speak with you. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. People can tell you whatever you want to hear. But if they really want to change their life and they really want to make extra money, they will go, yeah, we can talk. But the ones that really don't, I'm just telling you, they're going to go, no, I'll just text. It's just the way it works. I've seen it happen so many times. I've done this so many times ever since we've been able to text. I mean, back when I was building businesses and Clyde was building businesses, we didn't have cell phones. We had fax machines and we had what? What did we have, Clyde? We had fax machines and beepers and we had rooms that we put people in.
We had a lot of hotels.
Yeah, we had. That's harder than today, trying to get people to show up in a hotel room to leave their home and do it. So instead of just trying to get them to sign up for free and then finding that first email and going through it, because I'm going to ask, and you guys can speak up. The way it is right now, if you sign up for a free person and you go, find that email, you got it. It might be in spam. Go to your email, type in FundSaver Network. When you type in FundSaver Network, you'll see it. When you see that email, do exactly what it says. Okay, got it. What do you do from there? What do you do from there? Do you text them and go, hey, I'd like to sit down and talk with you? Or do you text them and go, okay, did you get all that done? I mean, we need to sit down and talk. Or you could literally at that point, you could say what I'm saying. You could say, did you join FundSaver to make some extra money or not make any extra money? When you ask that question, do you know what everybody says? Make some extra, because that's two choices I gave you. I didn't give you the one about shopping. I didn't give you the one about 70 to 90%. I didn't give you that question. I gave you the question. Did you join FundSaver to make some extra money or not make any extra money? Well, I want to make extra money. Who would say, no, I don't want to make no money? Who would say that? I mean, if they don't, I hope they do, because then you go, okay, great, no problem. Save yourself some time and effort. Okay. So if you want to change, you want to try that, please try. But I was thinking about that today, and then I said, hold on, I can do even better. I can make this page, and I can let that page do what I'm talking about. I can let the page do it. But again, even if there's a page that goes out with those videos on there, you're still going to have to make sure they find it. You're still, now you could literally, as they sign up for free, you could get their phone number. You can go, listen, here's some of the information you need. I'm going to text this to you right now. When can you watch these? When can you watch them? Because it happens more than not. I'm going to send you this link for the video. Okay. 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 You text them a week later and go, did you watch the video? Oh no, I got this going. It's because you didn't go, when are you going to watch it? When you did part of the job, but you didn't do all of the job. So if you're building a business and you want to build a business, or you want to share and build a small business, a medium business, or you want to make extra money, whatever the case may be, this is what has to happen. That because I know that Fund Saver Network sends emails. I know that we try our best to keep them abreast on what we do and keep them plugged in, but that's not Fund Saver's job. It's not. Because when from years and years and years ago, building a business in this industry, even today, even the companies today, they don't they don't build your team for you. They send an email and maybe they get it, maybe they don't. But they don't deal with that stuff. A company's job is procure product or services, make sure that when you buy them, they're delivered, make sure that all information concerning your business, concerning your people is fed to you. All information that comes out is always put on a webinar so you and your people can see it. And last but definitely not least, pays you the amount of money that you're owed on time and handles customer service. That's a company's job. It's never a company's job to promote. It's never a company's job to close. It's never a company's job to build. That's our job. That's what we do. And that's how network marketing came to pass anyway. If a company had the wherewithal and the money just to go advertise and build it, they don't need us. That's why they pay us money in a compensation plan. So we go out and talk to everybody and spread the word so they don't pay for advertising. They'd much rather pay us. And that's what we do in network marketing. That's what we do. And when it comes to Fund Saver Network, I will stand on it that there's nothing like Fund Saver Network. There's nothing like it out there. There's nothing like it. There's nothing that pays the way we do with the affordability of the $25 a month. There's nothing. And folks, I keep saying it, but what's about to happen at Fund Saver Network, something that's going to be added, I'll guarantee you there's nobody doing what we're doing. Nobody. Period. You've never seen it in a network marketing company. Never. You've never seen it before. And it'll get tons of engagement. Tons of engagement. And I'll be excited when we roll that thing out. We get to talk about it. So again, it's the end of the week. I promise you I will go to work on this page. I promise you I will get it done. I promise. But in the meantime, if you want to change your delivery, if you want to change what you're doing, you will say, hey, listen, just get in as a free member right now. I'll send you all the information you need as soon as I see you're in. When I see you're in. That's different than going, just find the email. There's no crunch time on that. Like, well, let's do it when I want. No, this is different. Go ahead and become a free lifetime member right now. As soon as I see you're there, I'll send you all the information that you need. What you're going to do when they come in, grab their phone number from your dashboard and go, congratulations, you made a wise choice. But I got a quick question for you. Did you join Fund Saver to make money or not make money? I'm just curious. Well, I'd love to make some extra money. Okay, great. Great. So anything before we go? Next week, folks, I'll go over the apps and stuff more because I really want to go over that. even more next week. And the reason I want to do that is simply because, as we were talking today on Roy's fantastic power hour, one of the things that happened on that power hour was, as I was going through and talking about the apps and putting the two together, people were going, "Oh my God, the blog and stuff." I realized that people weren't looking at the blog the first of every month, and some people didn't know exactly. And Jim even said it on Monday that there's an email sent out on the first of the month that tells you about the savings in those companies. And again, but people don't check emails. They just don't. I'm the world's worst. I got 75,000 emails I've never opened. I am the world's worst. So I, I don't, I, I don't, I don't, I don't practice what I don't preach, to be honest with you. But here's what we're going to do real quick before we get off here. I told Shelly that I would be doing a swag pack giveaway tonight. I don't know what it is. I think it's a hat or a shirt or something like that. And I'm going to do 2 of them. Now, if you're listening to me, you got to pay attention because I don't have the will thing. I haven't input people's names and stuff in there. I'll do it a different way. Now, I'm going to write down a phone number, not a phone number. Oh my God. I'm going to write down a number. How many people's here? 25?
25.
Okay, I'm going to write down a number between 1 and 75. Okay. And I need each of you that want to be involved in this to put whatever number you have in your head. Okay. Now hold on. Let me send now. Clyde, you can't play, okay?
Oh, I'm not going to.
Okay, I am going to send you a private message, Clyde. And I'm going to give you the number that I wrote down.
All right.
You good with that?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Okay, let me find Clyde. Hold on. Here we go. There's Clyde. Right there. I'm going to send him a private message. The number that I wrote down, Clyde, is coming to you.
And let me see if I see it.
Okay, I just sent it.
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
Okay, and I believe Clyde's the only one that got it. If you guys can see it, let me know. Okay. All right. So go ahead, put your number in there. Now, if we have a tie, both of you get it. All right. Put your number in there between 1 and 75. And I'm going to watch. I'm going to go to everyone chat. Okay. Let me start from the beginning. You only get to put your number in once. This number. We got this number. I can tell the ones that are the closest just by looking. Oh, we got this number. All right. Is that it? Everybody in? Everybody in? Oh, we got Drew. Drew came in again. Came in last.
Yeah, Drew came in. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Clyde.
Yeah.
Tell me what the number is, because we're done with this. We're going to do it again. Clyde, tell me what the
Number is 26.
Mike. Uncle Mike.
Yo.
Mike gets a swag pack.
How about it, huh?
Mike gets the swag pack. Mike's number was 25. If you got, ladies and gentlemen, didn't see it.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sir. Eternity. Got it. Okay, I'm writing this down so I can tell Shelly in the morning. I'm gonna do it one more time. Now I'm gonna change the number. Okay. And I gotta send it to Clyde again. Got it, Clyde?
I got it.
You guys are more than welcome. Put your number in between 1 and 75. Here they come. Okay. All right.
I should have done his mother's age.
Mike, you can't play again.
That's
Mike, put a number in, kid.
No worries.
That's okay, Mike. That's all right. Yeah. Congrats. All right, here we go. Let me see. I got that number. I got that number. That number. Okay, here's one that's close.
Yeah.
Let's see here. If there ain't nothing closer than that one, that's going to be the winner.
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh, that's another one close. It's just one away.
Uh-huh.
Bobby won Monday. She's out. That's funny. All right. Are we all in? Everybody in? Can't do it twice, only once. I think we're all in. All right. Todd, what was the number I gave you?
The number is 34.
So who put in 33?
Woo. That's Jill.
Jill, you get a
There's
fun
also a
Saver Network-
35.
Huh?
Yeah, but it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, it's supposed to be under. I see.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Jill, you get the Fun Saver swag pack. Now, what you guys are gonna have to do, you're gonna have to send an email to the support at funsavernetwork.com, and you're gonna have to give them your size for your shirt. Because I think there is a shirt in there for sure. Okay. And I think it's a hat or something. I don't know what all's in there. It's just a swag pack with some Fun Saver gear. So again, guys, thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being just diehards. It's always here and always wanting to learn and always wanting to do better. You guys are the backbone of this company. You really are. You really are. And I truly want to do everything in my possible God-given power to put something together where you can just focus on just putting them in, and let the system help you. Let's put in front of them automatically, fully automated, what they're not seeing so we can let them see it. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you for showing up. I hope everything's going good with you, sir. But listen, folks, have a fantastic evening. And don't forget tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central Eastern, we're having our Wellness Wednesday, and it's with the Nutri-Relief team. Okay, the Nutri-Relief folks. There are some amazing stories. If before we go, Bobby has a story where she had hives hit her on her skin. Go ahead, tell your hive story, Bobby.
Well, yes, about a year ago, I had some hives that were on my body, and the dermatologist could not, he kept giving me cream after cream after cream, and he says, I don't know what to tell you. They're probably just going to go away on their own. He couldn't find anything that would help. And like if I rubbed anything on them, they stung. They were just awful. And they eventually went away. They came back this week. And the first thing I did was go get the Trauma Max and the 10% niacinamide. I call them the hot dog to my bun. And my husband started rubbing those on. And usually when I got them last year, they just stayed. They never went away, and they hurt. And they were gone within 24 hours. They were dried up and they were gone, all because of the 10% niacinamide.
Her husband couldn't believe it. He couldn't
He
believe
couldn't believe it. And he's just like, oh, it's another one of your witchy creams that you use, you know? And so he's like, oh my gosh. He said, they're gone. They were dried up and they're gone. They're just gone. And that they've not come back. So that's the
here's
trauma.
the best part to the whole story.
Yeah.
Her husband noticed that one of those bottles was getting in. He goes, hey, you're almost did you order this one? Because this one's almost empty.
I said, yeah, I've already got it on order and I got it today. I don't go any. Listen, guys, if you're going to do any of those creams, the Trauma Max and the 10% niacinamide, they work so well together. If you're going to buy anything for the first time, get those two creams and use them together. I use them every day on my knee. I'm just telling you. But for those creams, I can't wait to tell my dermatologist about it when I go see her. She won't believe it. She just won't believe it. So yeah. So,
oh well, she's gonna have to believe it because nothing she gave you helped you.
that's exactly right.
All right, listen, folks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I really do appreciate it. Have a blessed evening. We'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday. And just think about what we're doing. Thinking about it takes the same amount of work to get a free person as it does a person that maybe wants to make money, but you didn't know it because you didn't talk about it. So that being said, God bless everybody. Good night.
Hey, Ryan, I want to sign off with one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Shane said it yesterday. Fun Saving Network. Having fun, saving money, and networking with everybody.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. All right, everybody. Good night, everybody.
Not everyone.